Hello and welcome back to Living Not Existing. As always, I'm Josh, and as you can see, we're in my van today. Even though this is an allotment video, and well, the reason for that is, well, I've got some bad news to break to you, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, Matthew is no longer going to be with us anymore. He's decided that he's no longer interested in progressing forward with Living Not Existing and everything, and with that site before being in his name on the documents, he's decided to evict me off of it, basically. So, but we're still talking to each other and everything, so it's all right on that front. But yeah, but that's enough said on that front. But every cloud has a silver lining, and in my case, it has a platinum lining. I've pulled a few strings because, as my dad's always said to me, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I've talked to a couple of people and everything, and I've now got my own allotment plot. So yeah, well, there's no point sitting in here and talking about it. Might as well jump out and show you it straight away. Right, so we're actually outside the allotment now, and as you can see to my left, there's a big van parking space which needs to be cleared. So that's going to be one of the tasks to initially get done, because at the moment I've just got the van pulled up outside the gate, which is good here because I've got a double sort of parking spot type thing. It means I can come down with a trailer should there be anything big to bring down, or a second car or anything like that, should that be a situation in the future. Which is good because, as you can see on the other plots further up, there isn't really any parking spaces. So yeah, so that'll be a good thing to do. But might as well go inside and I'll show you inside. As you can see, got a nice big double gate. It's handy for should I need to pull my van in or pull a trailer into there to bring anything in or anything like that. It's just handy for getting things in, which is good. But yeah, how are you? So as you can see, this allotment site is huge. It's actually a double plot, whereas the last one was only a half plot, so it's massive. As you can see, it's spanned out everywhere. Now, something I am going to pre-apologise for straight away is the fact that back there is the bypass to where we live. So there is going to be a bit of vehicle noise now, which well, hopefully be able to remedy somewhat to be able to hearing things a bit better over the vehicles. But that's just a case of how things are now, unfortunately. But yeah, so there is that. But I just wanted to pre-apologise for the sound of all the cars because it can't be helped. But yeah, so I'll show you around. So basically everything on this plot so far was already here. There was a big greenhouse already and a shed already, but both of them have gone. They were sold before I got the plot. But I've got stuff that I brought down, my stuff from the old plot, Matthew's plot, brought down here now, which is sorted it all out and everything. So I'll show you all that lot, which is down here. And there's also a couple of other things I just brought down, but I just got a couple of plants and everything, and just pallets and stuff like that. So there's all of that down here. And then already down here, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, was we climb over all this stuff, a load of paving slabs. There's actually a load more over there as well, if you can see all them over there. But yeah, so there's all of them, which is going to be really handy when it comes to making all the paths between all like the beds and everything like that, because obviously at the moment, as you've seen, it's all just weeds everywhere and needs chopping down because the whole plot's been abandoned for like a year or something like that, I think it was. So yeah, so behind me now, I've got good old Kiwi, brought that thing along. And then I've actually got a greenhouse frame. Now it doesn't have any glass in it. Well, it has a couple of smashed panes of glass in it and a lot of smashed glass around it. And of course, as you know, glass is one of them horrible things that I hate everywhere. But yeah, so there's that, which is good though because I've now got a greenhouse frame, so hopefully I can do something with that. And what I'm thinking is I've actually, when I'm having a look around it, I found a big roll of polythene sheeting, some clear plastic sheeting. So I'm actually going to put that over the greenhouse and clad it out so that you can, obviously it works as a greenhouse because glass is a bit expensive really. So, but yeah, so that's going to be a future project coming up. But as for the rest of it, there's another foundations for a greenhouse, and there's this here which is the foundations for a big greenhouse that was here. So this entire, you see there's all this rubbish that was inside the shed back here on top of these beams. So that's now gone. That went over to another allotment holder that had bought it off the previous guy on this site. But yeah, so and this is where the big greenhouse was. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff to be sorting through here, and going through and throwing some stuff away, keeping some stuff, seeing what I can make use of the other things. But yes, there's that. And now what the plan is for the future is put in this corner again, like a big shed with all sorts of stuff in it and everything. Hopefully going that more off-gridish route, as we said about in the description and everything like that. So fingers crossed, should be able to make a bit more of an off-grid cabin type thing in this corner, which should be interesting to see. But we'll see how that goes in the future. But yeah, so as you can see over this way, just a massive mountain of weeds that all needs tackling, and there's all sorts of things in here. Like I can actually see in the undergrowth there what looks like was a sofa. So it should be interesting to see what's in all of that. And then, yeah, if we follow around this direction, you'll see the other side of it. So there's all these pavement slabs here, which I just said about, so you can come and see them in a bit more detail now, which is quite, like I say, it's brilliant the fact that it had all of these, and then there's just all sorts of stuff everywhere, which is brilliant because it just means we can get all sorts. But then goes all the way back there, and there is some what looks, I think is an apple tree back there. I think it was, I saw on the tag. They're just a little one, and I've been told that the little tree in the corner is apparently a plum tree, and then the ones on the back are either the juniper berries or sloe berries, one of the two. It's something to do with gin, I've been told by neighbours here, so it should be interesting to find out what grows on there come summer. But yeah, I suppose might as well get cracking on ripping out a load of this sort of thick stuff and chopping all this stuff down, all the weeds down, and then I'll show you that. Make a start on this side first and then tackle that monstrosity right there. Yeah, so get chopping down this and then I'll show you that. Right, so as you can see now, made a good start on getting all of this lot chopped down. So all of this now is going to need to be raked up, and obviously the rest of that lot chopped down as well still. But I'll be tackling that in a second. But I just thought I'd show you this so far. So you can actually get through to the back now, where little tray there. And there's all sorts of things like that in the undergrowth. But yeah, there's already a little teepee thing there that was obviously growing something at some point. But then gas bottle, got quite a few of them down here, which is quite nice. So I'm going to be getting them turned into something or other, or refilling them or something, using them for something or other anyway along the line. But yeah, back here, there's where that little apple tree is that I was saying about. Just a little tiny tree. But yeah, so in these posts are where there was trees. There's actually, that there is a pear tree, I think it is. So, but it's died, it's fallen over, died and snapped out the ground. Now when I was chopping things down, I was just over here a second ago, I actually saw the first little piece of wildlife on here the other day, a little frog. So it might be a toad, I don't know, I can't tell the difference, so I'll quickly show you that now. But yeah, so there's that little toady thing that saw just down there, and he ran off and went into those rocks over there. But yeah, so that's that down here. And like I say, next task is going to be tackling all of that lot. But I didn't say a minute ago, but I just had Rachel was last on the camera. She's here again helping. She helped with chopping all of that lot down, and she's now over here picking up glass. So here's Rachel, which you've all never met before. If you want to say hi again, Rachel. Hi. Yeah, so Rachel's just tidying up all that glass. So I just thought I'd show you some new bits that I got the other day that I forgot to show you a minute ago. So I got a big bag of compost, which obviously is going to be coming in very necessary very shortly with things. But then I've just been and got a couple of lavender plants. One of them I'm going to give to me Nana, just because she likes lavender. So I thought I'd get that sort of growing nicely and everything, repot it on and then give it to her. And then I've also got some thyme again, and some rosemary, and these other ones, I can't remember which is which, so I'll come around the other side. So I've got a blueberry which is a Darrow blueberry. As you can see, it's budding a little bit already. Then there's a Titania blackcurrant, which is growing quite nicely, so that should be interesting to see that grow up. And then also a blueberry blue gold as well. So I've got two different types of blueberry plants, so it should be a nice blueberry bush for things. And then just over here is 3 trees. Now if you remember before, I couldn't have trees, but can do pretty much anything down here, which is brilliant. Already got the AOK for the big shed in the corner, which I've said about, and also a big polytunnel or greenhouse, whichever I like. As well as I have got the AOK for chickens, which I'm thinking of putting a little pen over here or something, but we'll see about that in the future. But yeah, but anyway, back to these trees. This first one here is a cherry tree, a sunburst cherry, so there's that. And then pear tree, a conference pear tree, and then also a Victoria plum tree, which, as I said earlier, I believe is what, I'll zoom into it, that tree in the corner over there is apparently. But I bought these before I was told about that. But yeah, so, and those 3 trees, they're actually just from B&M. They were just £10 in B&M, so they're just cheap, but they're actually really good trees. So hopefully they bud up and grow and everything, and I get some fruit off of them. So hopefully I'll get fruit this year, but I don't know how old they are, so they might not actually fruit this year, but we'll see what happens. And then of course the other stuff was just from B&Q, like when got stuff like that before in the past. But yeah, so I'll get cracked on all this monstrosity of weeds, and then I'll show you that. Right, so as you can see now, made a really good start on getting it all cleared out, as well as a lot of this area here and through into here as well. Now actually, while doing this, I actually uncovered what is a path as well, so there might be more to that and everything. But then also there's some more paving slabs which have appeared, so we'll see, obviously they'll be able to get them into use as well as back here. Noticed are putting through, and there's some sort, they're either like a raspberry or blackberry or some sort of thing, brambles, whatever, I don't know yet. I'm not good enough to be able to tell, but it looks like there's some sort of thing like raspberries, something or other along those sort of lines. So I'm actually going to leave those bushes in and see what comes of them. But I've also piled up all the weeds and everything so far over there. And I've spotted within all this undergrowth here, there's actually a big 45-gallon drum back there, which will be perfect to use as a fire pit, so I'll be able to get that dug out, as well as a bunch of all the other stuff that's randomly dumped in there. So what I'm going to do now is, Rachel's on with getting that glass as well, aren't you, Rachel? But yeah, so I'm getting all that stuff sorted. So in the meantime, I'm going to carry on with this. I'm going to rip out all these posts and got some of this like old fencing stuff, and as well as this sort of green netting stuff over there, and get all that pulled up so I can get all this bit all sweeped out and start all these things like chairs and stuff like that, the things that are lying about within the undergrowth. I'm going to start putting over against that fence over there, just to get it out of the way really while I'm sorting out this area. So I'll get that sorted and I'll show you the next bit. Right, so as you can now see, now finally got this area cleared, and I don't know if you can tell by the amount of light compared to a minute ago by the amount of light there is now, but it took an awfully long time to get all of that lot taken out. And as you can see, there's lots of weeds there, which that lot's all out of here. And then there's more on the big pile from before from here, as well as obviously there's all the netting stuff that there was. And then there's the remains of that burnt sofa that there was. It turns out it was actually burnt, so it's no good, annoyingly. I was hoping we were going to be able to use that sofa down here. But then, as you can see over there in the distance as well, there's a pile of all sorts of stuff that's been dragged out, which is like deck chairs, like plastic deck chairs. There's a metal chair thing, and a couple of actual house windows as well, which was interesting to find within all of it. And then some hose pipe and a couple of trestles, which is going to come in handy from the future. Obviously be able to grow like peas or something like that up it, hopefully. I'll get them into some sort of use within this. But then, as you can see, there's a massive load of area clear now. So what's going to happen now is going to get the fire stoked up, get all this weeds and all this lot burnt, and then it'll be on for a fresh start. But as for now, that's it. I'll see if I'm able to show this lot once it's all burnt, but it might be a bit dark by then. But as I say, now I'm just going to get all this lot burnt, and if it's too dark to show you out here once it's all burnt, I'll just see you back in the van. Right, well, it's that time of day again. I've now got all the weeds and that rubbish and stuff like that all burnt off, but it's too dark now to be able to show what it's now looking like, the allotment, now it's all clear and everything. But you'll see that what it's all like in the next video, and be able to see what all that's like. But yeah, that's it for today. I hope you've all enjoyed seeing all the new allotment and everything, and are as excited about it as I am. I'm absolutely over the moon with it. So especially after everything that's been done today, clearing it all out, it's really made everything come clear as to how things can be done with it. The next task in which he's going to be getting on with is repairing that back fence, because it's partially fallen over in places and it's just a bit old and tatty, and there's not really any fence posts left. They've just rotted out over the years, so I'm going to be getting some new posts in and stuff like that, and getting all sheeting up and all sorted out. But yeah, well, that's it really. So until next time, of course, I'm Josh. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button, check our Facebook page out below in the link below. And yeah, so until next time, I'm Josh, been living not existing. Goodbye.